For today's exercise in transformation geometry, with a basic circle in terms of numeracy and literacy, 50 millimeters is our diameter, which is our full width of our circle, and our radius is 25 millimeters, which is half of the diameter. So the shape was basically constructed using our compass, get our set square, draw our line from our center out, get our tri-square or our t-square, come across, and then finally our set square again, enough. A basic shape like that. So the first part of this exercise we're going to do is going to be a translation. So we are going to come down from point A, 130 millimeters, like so. So 130 millimeters. We're going to stop there and we're going to get our t-square and bring a line horizontally across. Make sure to come across enough. From this point here, we're going to measure in 50 millimeters. And on this point, we have our point A1. The next thing we must do for the process of a translation is join A to our new point A1, like so. And then what we do, has been different from our other exercises, is that in this case we're going to use sliding set squares to bring our points down. So as you can see, for a translation, all our points must all go in the same direction, like so. So all our points, since A to A1 went in this direction, this line must, this line and this line. So all those lines are going in a parallel direction. Then we get our set square and join A1 up. This is our center line here. So when it joins up and meets it here, we now have our center point, like so. We put our compass down and we can swing our circle. And now this is a translation, is just a basic movement of our shape. So all we have to do here is join up wherever all our points have met, like that. So harden in your lines you're keeping, like that, and remember to harden in the circle, the half of the circle that you're keeping. So for a translation to take place, A to A1 is 140 millimeters. That means our center point to this center point must be 140 millimeters too. So we put it down, and there you see it, 140. Our point up here and here must also be 140. And there you can see it. And then finally our last point down here, 140. And that is a translation. The next part we're going to do is we're going to come down to our horizontal line again, and we're going to move along another 50 millimeters, like so. And from here we will do our line of symmetry, which is going to be our next exercise for axial symmetry. We just draw up our line. We're going to label it X, Y. We'll bring all our lines to our line of symmetry, which is XY. And from there we get our compass and we can mark in our next point. So we can get our next point for A over here, which will become A2. Get our center point, and finally our top point. And also our point here. The next step, what we do now is continue along our horizontal lines until they pass through our marks with our compass. Now we can get our compass, taking our measurement from our previous circle. As you can see, it's spot on. Like so. And then we simply join up our points like that. And our last point. The difference between a translation and axial symmetry is that in axial symmetry, take for example my pencil, it comes through our line of symmetry, which is XY, comes through all our points of the pencil, comes through, but it flips over. This line here acts as a line of mirror or reflection. So as you can see, all our points have gone through, but they flipped over. So say for instance, my thumb here comes across, coming through the line of symmetry, it flips over, and here's my thumb. Same as this point here, comes through, and now it's flipped over onto the other side. The last part of our question we're going to do is central symmetry. So we'll come along another 50, and we will come up this distance here, and we'll bring our A across. This here will also be 130 millimeters. We formed our point up here, A3. We get our point here, join it up. So 65. To get our center point for central symmetry, we must get half of this line here. So I got 65, 130 broad across. We'll label this point F. So all our points of our object comes through point F, like so. And then what we do is we get our compass, mark our lines, bringing in all our lines across. And that's that one up there, like you can see. And we have this point here, like so. So then we can get our compass, place it down. And now we can join up our points for our shape. So A3 goes into the center. We got this point over here, which is on for this one. So we bring across our line. And then finally, we've got our line down, marked down here. We bring down our mark. The difference with central symmetry is that we need a center point. So we've point F here, and we use our compass then to mark all our points, swing them over. But this compass must remain on the point F, and we swing all our marks. Obviously, you bring all your marks, your lines through point F. So in terms of literacy, spelling is important too. So this part is central symmetry. This down here is axial symmetry. And finally up here, it's a translation. And there you have another object or another shape from transformation geometry.